watching this anime a little while ago, and I was thinking, that would be a great what if to replace what if Deku was Boo. It is what if Deku was a zombie. Now, if you don't know about this anime, it is the anime's title is it a zombie? And basically, it's about a guy who died from a murder, and there was this girl named her short name is Yu. I forgot her long name. And basically, she's a necromancer from Hades, and she basically brought him back. Now he has all these as a zombie. So the limitations of him being a zombie is he can't really go out in the sun because it like dries him up, and yeah, it makes him look weird. Also, like say like in the afternoon, he can walk through the afternoon, but like if the like broad daylight, he can't really do that because it's like dangerous. So yeah, that's why he would carry our umbrella. So like Deku would have to carry an umbrella. People would think he's a vampire, but actually he's a zombie. But basically what she does is she's a necromancer life because he was killed. And he has basically superhuman strength. So like you know how humans have a capacity where they can only do so much before their muscles get tired? He's like, oh, you're tired? Well, his muscles can't get tired because they're dead. And yeah. And that's how it goes. Also, he's like, let's see, he's super fast too, and he is durable. He can not regenerate, but his bones can like fix itself. So say you like break all his bones, okay, all his bones into a million pieces. You cut him in half. You just chop off his head, okay. I think he even like just have like destroy every piece of his body and just leave his head. He will come back, okay, because he's a zombie. I think. I'm not sure about that. But I think that's how it goes. So that's how it all happens. Deku's life is the same until the sludge bomb attack. Okay. So what happens is he dies. He's dead. Yeah, Deku's dead. And by dying, this is what happens. The necromancer, right? Instead of going to that world, okay, she comes to this world, and she sees the sludge village. So she basically kills it one shot by saying, "Die." Yeah, she has this ability where she speaks, and basically whatever she says is reality. So if she says die, and you hear it, you die. That's how it happens. So basically, he hears it, and he dies instantly. He's dead. And she goes over there and saves Deku. Deku comes back to life. It's like, I thought it was dead. And she's like, she can't speak, because if she speaks, like say if she's like, what's up? Then she's gonna like that's what it is. But it's like, sit down. It will forcefully make you sit down. That's how it would be like. So basically she types this little notebook and she wrote, you died, and now I brought you back as a zombie. So basically, Deku goes home with his mom, and basically, they let her live there, and basically, yeah, that's how it goes. And she does not go to UA. I'm telling you this because if she says jump out. Basically, no matter what you hear, everybody's gonna jump out. So you might need to stand, just sitting there, need some popcorn, okay? You're gonna jump out, no matter what. People say, she tells everybody in the world, she says, give me your money. You will forcefully try to give her your money, no matter what. So basically, she's not going to UA. So that's who died, and basically he's gonna go to the UA exam. And this is doing the exam, this is what happens. No, actually, never mind that. He does get one for all. Well, actually, no, he doesn't. The biggest one for all is Bakugo. Because Bakugo's even more of a jerk, saying, I'm so much stronger than you, nerd, and you won't even pass the exam. What happens is Deku, okay, being a zombie, he's like, okay, and he's like, so he starts, and it's like sunny outside, so he's like, oh, shriveled up, so this is what happens. He gets himself an umbrella, okay? No, he's one of the umbrella hats thingies. Like you get, you put it on your head. Yeah, he's one of those. And I was like, why is he wearing that? It's so stupid. But like the written exam, he got his regular score in the anime. But they're doing this one. So basically the timer starts. He starts running, and Bakugo sees how much faster he got. Basically, Bakugo did the whole beach training thing, and Deku sees how much faster he got. He's at the same level as Ida. He's at the same level. They're at the same way. For him being that he can like more energy more than regular people can. And so Basically, he's running and running and running and running, and while running, it's like going so fast, and then he punches the robot, right? And he only used like about regular percent of what he can regularly do. But then he goes 100%. That no, not always to say, wait, what? 100%? But does he? He doesn't have one for all. Well, being a zombie, he has his ability to see how far he can go. Basically, humans have a limit of how far they can push their bodies. But being dead, you can push your body as far as you want. So basically, Deku wanted to push his body all the way to infinity percent to burst every little vein. He could do that if he felt like it, and like blow his arm right off. That it really doesn't matter. So that's how it can be. And basically, Deku does 100% a regular punch. Now it sounds like I just took all my and One Punch Man and fused them together. Regular 100% serious punch. That's what it sounds like. But basically, he punches the robot, and the robot breaks open. Like it breaks open like a walnut. Let's say that's enough force to break it open, the robot. And Deku's like, whoa, I'm so much stronger. The Bakugo sees this, and he's like, what? This nerd has a power? Or a quirk? Yeah. And he starts running at, he's getting mad. And Deku runs away and goes, breaks some more robots. And Bakugo's like, well, I can at least beat him. And starts making more robots. And the whole giant 0-point robot, this is what happens. So, Deku, okay, runs. He jumps using he does 150%. And then he does 200% punch, okay? And he breaks apart of the robot a little bit. So it's like, his legs are broken. But what he does is, he does 500% kick. Okay, it kicks the robot so hard that he breaks, okay, basically his leg goes flying off, okay? And he falls, and he like lands on his other leg, because he can feel the pain, okay? Basically, he feels all the pain that he's doing to himself. But if you want me to change that and say he doesn't feel the pain, just tell me in the comments and I'll do it. But basically right now he feels the pain, and he's like, my leg, he's screaming, and he's like, oh, okay. So he gets up, goes over there, grabs his leg and reattaches it to his body, and everybody's like, what? And then like see how he's like a zombie or something, and they're like, what? How are you doing that? And then like, Bakugo's like, wait, no. And he's thinking that the whole time Deku was weak. It was because Deku didn't know that he had this power. Basically, he's thinking, Deku thought he was a regular person who didn't have a quirk, but actually he thinks, oh, Deku had a quirk, but he didn't know how to use it because it's like he's a zombie or something. It was dangerous to himself. And basically, that's how it goes, and it's really weird, and they're confused about it. They're like, it's so weird. And Deku goes home that day thinking he lost, and basically, they say he gets top scorer when the message comes in. And it's like Deku and his mom have you living in their house, and it's like okay. It's not like you is like mean or anything. You just live there, and like it's okay. And you being nice and stuff. She like teaches Deku that you can kind of regenerate, but like it takes time. So it's like, cause like one time Deku like melted his finger, right? And it's not like a regenerative ability, but it's like, oh, okay, you melted your finger. Well, you can get a new one. Basically, I guess. Well, what happens is Deku actually asked for like a finger transplant, right? And it's like, but the finger would be dead. He's like, just give it to me, because like a person died that day, right? And like, can I use that finger? And basically, he took the person's finger and just like reattached it to his own finger. And it's like, oh, well, okay. And it just moved. It was like perfect. And basically, if he loses his entire body, you can take his head and put it on another body, and it will work. Okay. So take off his head, destroy, and you give him a new head, it'll still work. Basically, he is the zombie no matter what. So yeah, and if I'm wrong about this, please correct me in the comments. So yeah, he goes to school, and he walks in. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, it's the zombie kid!" And everybody's like confused, and like, "Oh yeah!" And the kid was like his leg got ripped off, and he just put it back on. And like everybody's crazy about it. Like, whoa, like how can you do that? It's like, it's just like I can do it. And everybody's like, whoa, and they're like, think about it. you can like Totoro. People like Totoro are just sitting back like him. He's really powerful. Has to keep an eye on him. And Bakugo's still mad. He's like fuming, like, how did that nerd just? He just really wants to blow up Deku, but he's like, so what happens is, Aizawa comes in. He does the whole thing like, yo, and if you lose, you basically fail. Deku does 100% crush, and he crushes a thing because he's using all his human strength. I know what I say. Human is not that strong. Well, wait a minute. Okay, I was thinking this too, but it was like crazy. I was thinking that Deku should like should get one for all, but I was like, never mind. But never mind about this. I was talking about something else. What happens is, Deku gets everything except for the ball, so he gets second place on that because, he actually gets third place because Bakugo used a one for all explosion, which made his ball go even farther. And Deku tried to throw the ball even farther, but yeah, it didn't work because he was so close. He was like about a few feet off, like almost like 2 feet off, and he was like, man, I was so close. And basically they like do that, and then they do the hero thing, right? And Bakugo, okay, straight up go when the saying starts. Bakugo straight up goes and blows up Deku. Deku is blown up, okay. So Deku gets like he's like, Uraka, could you hand me my lower half of my body? Cause he like blows up Deku's like stomach area, like poof. And basically she hands him his lower half, and he like puts it back on. Oh god, that really hurts. Cause he can feel the pain, so he was screaming, this hurts. Cause you're a zombie, but you still feel the pain. Unless you want me to change that, y'all. Tell me in the comments. But what happens with Deku is he basically like does 100% punch, and Bakugo does a 100% Detroit smash, and their fists collide, and it's like the ground is even breaking a little bit. Like you see a crack, and they're like, whoa! Like everybody sees it. They're like the force of their punch, and then Deku's like this, 120% punch, and he does his other hand, and he punches Bakugo right in the face. Bakugo goes through one wall, and he's just like, and knocked out. They go up to Ida, and Deku does like 100% run, and Ida does the same. He goes Real Burst, and he starts running, and he keeps running. And what happens is, Deku has a Takara run and touch him, and he does a flip over Ida and touches the bomb, and basically they won. It was a great thing. Now we're going to go to the USJ. During the USJ, what happened was, the whole villains came, and it appeared that happened. But the water, when he went into the water, okay, he's like his like little umbrella thing came off, and the villains ripped it up. And he's like, oh no, because this whole time he's been wearing that like often because he can't really go in the sun. And basically that's what's happening. And he's like, oh no, and like he starts shriveling up a little bit after he got out the water. So he's like, I need shade real quick. And like he takes like, okay, so he takes some of Banana's like little things, and he like makes him into like a little like a hoodie over his head. So he puts it over his head, and he like has his collar so it can't come off or like be ripped or torn. And basically like he has him in his hair. And then the Nobu comes, okay? The Nobu and him are like fighting, okay? Deku tries to do a 100% punch on the Nobu. The Nobu blocks it with another punch. It's like, okay. And it goes 150, and he does another punch with his other hand, and Nobu stumps downward at the same level. And it's like, okay, well, let's go all out. He goes 1,000% punch, and he does it, okay? And the Nobu gets shot back all the way into the wall, and he's like, Urgh. And basically what happens to Deku's arm was all the bones inside of it. The bones inside of it got shattered. So it's Shing. It's like, my arm! This hurts so bad. And the shattered, and it's like, his bones started reforming a little bit. Like, what happens is, he could shatter his arm, right? Like, all the bones inside, and he could just, like, regrow it. Like, the bones could reform. That's how it goes. And it's, like, so crazy. And it's like, wow. And basically, everybody's, like, not, like, everybody's surprised. They're like, wow, like, how can he do this? All Might comes, I am here. And he sees that, he sees that the Nobu is like already knocked, like it's not knocked out, but like Deku punched it so hard that it's like kind of trapped, like it's stuck. Its arm is stuck inside of the USJ's like a wall because it's like can't pull it out. And then it sees All Might. So I think Shigaraki. No, Shigaraki's still the shadow guy. I forgot about this. I'm sorry, y'all. I keep forgetting about him. But the hand guy is like, Nobu, get him. And the Nobu goes and he rips, okay? He rips his arm out. Well, no, he doesn't rip it off. He like rips the arm out. And like a part of the USJ, and he goes right to All Might. And Deku runs and he blocks the attack with his other arm, the one that's not broken. And he does a 1000% kick, and basically he jumps before that. He uses one leg and jumps and does 1000% kick right into the Nobu's head. It doesn't kill it, but it like does a shock to his body. So pew, and it basically turns off. And he's like, Shigaraki, let's go. And basically they teleport away. And it was like, oh my god, like you're so powerful. And basically they goes trained to have a pain tolerance. So like, okay, just breaking his arm, cause he goes like to a dojo, so it's a little bit of kung fu. I mean, yeah, he learns some martial arts, okay, and he starts learning how to do martial arts and all that. It's like, yeah, okay, do, and he learns how to do it. And basically, he keeps getting his arm keeps getting broken, and he's like learning how to tolerate the pain of his arm being broken, and he's trying to find a way to like sort of make his arm heal faster. Now this is not in the story. I mean, this is not in like the anime. It's a zombie, but this is what happens when he goes and asks her, could you somehow make my bones and stuff regenerate faster or like regrow faster? It's just like, yes, but it will cost you. And basically what she's saying is like, it's gonna cost like, basically, no, it's like that. It's gonna cost him, but it's like he has to go on like a journey to get like a herb from the underworld. So basically, during the whole what's the word? You know, the whole sports festival training thing. Yeah, he goes down to the land of Hades and he goes picks a fruit and he starts fighting demons and all that. He broke like his arm like 50 times down there. Okay, and he's like, even before I went to even fix, he's like broken again. So like that's why it's broke 50 times, both of them. And basically he's like, and then when he gets back there, she takes the herb and she mixes it with him and puts it all over his, like he drinks it, and then basically his bones can regenerate even faster or regrow faster. So the idea is better regrowth. So like say you can rip out his eye and squish it, and you can like maybe put some of it back in it and like make a new one. Like say you still have that little like say you squished it and like fly, he still put that maybe back inside his head and like try to regrow it, but it would take a while. Cause before it was like, oh well, I lost the eye. But yeah, he can do stuff like that. That when his arm gets broken, it's like it doesn't take him as long as to regrow it. So the sports festival, they start and they see Deku's even faster. Okay, he's like running. Okay, then Todoroki froze them. Okay, Deku's legs are stuck. He still has his little he has like a little hoodie on, okay, cause he still can't go in the sun. He has his hoodie on. He's like legs are stuck, and he's like, oh well, and he rips off his own legs, okay, gets out, puts them back. Like so basically he ripped off his own body. He's like he used like a 100% punch or chop at his legs and chopped them off. Basically grabbed his legs and pulled them out the ice and put him back on. And basically by doing that, everyone's like, what? And he puts him back on. He's like, okay, it's gonna take me a while. It takes about like a good minute, and then he starts running again and running at full speed. The robots, he just stops them with his hands going like 150%, and he punches it to make sure like the fist stops at the same time. So poof, and it's like a block. So he basically runs past them after that, and you can see Bakugo. He's like, wait, I can't even get further ahead. So what he does is he does the whole bomb thing, right? And he actually like jumps on it without the shield. He just goes boom, dive bombs, and it sends him flying even further because before with the shield, like okay, using this right, and then the gravity has extra weight on you, but when you get lifted off, it's gonna pull you down even faster than regular because you have more weight. So instead of that, he just dive bombed, and it made him go even higher, and it made him go down slower. So he like went whoosh, and he dive bombed and he rolled into first place. And the cavalry battle is the same, and we're gonna start the, and this is why I'm gonna leave it off. The first battle with Deku versus Todoroki. This is gonna be this last part. So what happens is Todoroki starts. Deku gets a whole speech about him using his fire side also, and this is what happens. He uses his fire side and burns Deku's arm right off into a crisp. Okay, it's all black. And Deku's like, oh, that's my arm. It's like, he's annoyed because it's like, it's gonna take me a while to put back together and everything. And he does his quickest movement, and he runs, okay, and he does this, and he goes, okay, time to do this. He goes 1,000%, 1,010% kick, and he kicks Todoroki so hard. He goes through, okay, listen to me, through the stadium, right through the wall. So you have a Todoroki-shaped hole. It doesn't kill him, but it's like the force of his kick hit him so hard that it broke his arm, because he used his arms to block it, because he had like an ice shield on around it. So it's like pew, and he went bam, 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 and went right out. And everybody's like, what the? And yeah, they're all cheering for him. That's where we're gonna leave it. The next video, if y'all give this a thumbs up and share and like and comment, I will be able to do the next video tomorrow. And yeah, this is gonna be replacing What If Deku Was Boo, because that one had so many plot holes and all sorts of weird stuff happening. So yeah, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye.